Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I hope May is proving to be very nice to you. We are starting the very beginning of May, still in quarantine, but hoping to be out very soon. We have until the 15th for our area. Hopefully, we're looking forward to it. Hopefully, that's when we're going to be able to kind of start some sort of normal, or at least the new normal. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But at any rate, we're looking forward to it. We're really excited. So, we're going to start a new little series on here it's called Now What? We are going to use this little booklet. This thing is so awesome because it goes through each system of your body and you can create your own wellness plan based off of the area you're working on and the needs you may have. So, this week we're going to talk about cardiovascular health. And each week we will do a different body system. But today we're going to talk about cardiovascular. Now, one great thing about this little book, it will tell you a little bit about that system and how, what oils, what supplements, what things you need for that particular area. But then it also gives you a 4-month plan. Like you create your own 4-month plan based off of your needs and what you need to do. So that is one thing I love about this book. Now, if you do not have it, let me know and I will get you one. I have a lot of them on hand and I can make sure that I get what you need to you. And I can also help you work yourself through the 4-month plan and set up a good thing for you that will meet your needs, because everyone is different. Everybody has a different thing that they're working on. There may be something that you've just come across that you know that you need for your body and for your family in some way or another. And so we want to make sure that you have exactly what you need for your family and for you. So that is that's really the most important thing, because a lot of times we would look at Young Living or oils and people are like, oh, that didn't work for me, or oh, I tried lavender and it didn't help me sleep. Well, everybody's different. Your body is made up specifically like your systems are not going to be somebody else's systems. The way your body uses different medicines are not going to be the same. Now, like my dad is very sensitive to any kind of medication. And so like if he takes Tylenol, like one Tylenol will like throw him over the edge, like put him out to sleep for days. I mean, like it's funny how different medicines do different things to our bodies. Now, like my husband, he's bigger body build, and so 3 Tylenol works better for him. Now, granted, Tylenol, ibuprofen, all of these things have chemicals in them. We do not want to keep putting the chemicals in our bodies. Now, we try our hardest to avoid having any extra things that we have to put in our bodies at all. We try to be as chemical free as we possibly can. There are some times that things come across that we just can't help it. 2 or 3 weeks ago, my little 7-year-old, his older sister, fell on his leg and tore his meniscus. So when that happened, they had to go in and do surgery, and so thankful for having a friend that is an orthopedic surgeon, was able to do this, especially during the quarantine, and everything was so crazy. And so his little knee is just beautiful. It looks perfect, and the little stitches were perfect. I've given him a hard time about how perfect his little stitches were. I mean, his little knee is beautiful. Now, he still hurts, and he cannot walk on it yet still. He has to no weight bearing for a little bit. But he is doing amazingly wonderful with all of this. He has been the best little patient ever. I've been amazed at him. But pain has been, of course, an issue, because poor little thing. I mean, having knee surgery at that age and not understanding pain like this for him has been major. So, but we're also not used to taking medication. He does not, probably in his whole 7 years, he's probably had 2 antibiotics ever. We started using Young Living 6 years ago, and, the couple of antibiotics he had was before that, and he was like 9 months old when we started doing this. So he was little bitty, and so he's never really has had to, like, we've just never have been sick since we started doing this. Now, before, all the other older kids have had so many things, but the two youngest have had very, very few chemicals put into their little bodies of medicine and antibiotics and things like that. So it's been wonderful to know that we can do this, and we can keep their little bodies safe and protected and happy. But when he was in so much pain, right after surgery, he was in so much pain, and so I talked him into taking a little bit of Tylenol and the pain medicine that we had gotten, of course, for the doctor. And poor little thing, I mean, he was pitiful. Like, he was like begging me, do not make me take that stuff again. Like, it just, like, he knew it didn't make him feel good. It made him feel tired. It made him feel like it totally drugged him out. It was like really weird, like how it made him feel. And like, he was not himself at all because his little body wasn't used to that. So we started just using oils, and I just started rubbing oils on him continuously, and he's done great. It's just been a very lovely thing watching him be able to manage his pain with his oils, and he's perfectly happy. He's just like, bring me more oil, mommy. So he's pitiful. But I tell you that because everybody's different, and everybody manages pain differently. Everybody works in ways, especially if you've been used to using chemicals, your body is going to, into some way, have to have a detox from that. You're going to have to allow your body time to get all of those chemicals out of your body. So you may react to certain oils in a certain way because your body is detoxing from having so many man-made chemicals in your body. So, you have to put all of those things into context. You have to really think about each one of those things as you're going through the process, learning about the oils, as you're using them. Everything's going to be a process. It's going to be a slow process sometimes, but it's going to be a process. So I want to make sure that you understand, do not give up on the oils quickly. I also want you to understand that not all oils are created equal. There are other companies out there that are very good at making chemicals. Oh my goodness, at making oils that are chemical free, that they do not use solvents, and they distill in a good way. But a lot of these companies do not have the variety that Young Living has. I mean, we've got supplements for everything. We've got shampoo, deodorant, everything that you could possibly need to live in your house without chemicals. We've got just about everything. Thieves cleaner, all of the things. And so, like, during this time with the coronavirus, this is the most important time for us to be building our immune system, so that as we go back out and things start beginning to open back up, that you have a strong immune system that is totally in place and ready to take on the germs that are going to be coming, or that you may be around. Everybody's so worried about being out around all the chemicals. Good grief, my mind of the things that's going through my head. Being out around all the germs and stuff. And, I have to tell you, thieves, like, in and of itself, is like the most amazing thing ever, because it will kill everything. Anything and everything. 99.9% of everything is going to kill. So it's highly important, and it's going to boost the whole purpose of it is to boost your immune system. So it's going to do that, and it's going to keep your body in this above the wellness line area, to where when you get around those germs, you're not going to be as susceptible to different things. If you're not using your oils on the regular basis, that's when your body is able to drop below that wellness line. That's why when we're talking about frequencies and energy, your body is full of frequency. We put off a frequency. When it's lower is when you're able to get sick. That's when people are getting depressed. And that's why this time is very vital, that people who are tending to be more depressed are having a harder time, because then your body cannot function the way you need to if it is in that depleted phase, and is not able to take care of itself the way it needs to. You don't want to be in that place where you are not keeping your body above that wellness line. You need to boost your immune system, and the ways that we do that is through thieves, Nixia Red, Sulfurzyme. It's a supplement. It's pills, and you take 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. It's great for your muscles and different, just your body in general. Like, it's an overall everything kind of pill. It's really good. It's got Nixia powder in it, so it's kind of got that Nixia ability as well. We're going to be talking a lot about Nixia later, but right now we're going to be talking about the cardiovascular system. We will touch on Nixia as we're going through with the cardiovascular system. Sorry, I tend to cough when I start talking a lot, and the more intense I get, the more I cough. So sorry if I start having a little coughing fit. I've got my water over here so I can get something to drink if I need to. Okay, so because Young Living is a health and wellness company, we're able to address a lot of wellness issues for the whole body, from the whole body perspective. You know, just like I was saying, like with the immune system, we want to keep that immune system up. We don't want to allow it to get depleted or get down below that level where you're going to get sick easily. We want to be sure to keep that moving and keep it up. This should not shock you, but we really don't want people buying oils from other companies. You know, not to say that, you know, just from a money standpoint, but from a physical need, from the fact that other companies are, there's so many things, like they put the fragrances in there, and that's going to cause more problems in your body. Using solvents to be able to distill them, that's not helping your body. It's not good for you. So we want to make sure that all of those things, that if you're using a good quality oil, and Young Living is that good quality, because they have a seed to seal guarantee that from the moment the seeds go into the ground, that ground has been settled without any chemicals on it for over 50 years. Like, it is truly chemical free. It's not something that is like it has to be, if it's going to be organic, it has to be 3 to 5 years without any chemicals on it. But in Young Living's case, it's been way past that. So you're not having to worry about the fact that you may have chemicals in your product at all. By the time the seeds go into the ground, all the way through to the moment they go into the bottle, everything is completely pure. They test everything. They do third-party testing. Everything is so precise and pristine. They make sure that there is nothing in those bottles that does not need to be there. And that's why I trust Young Living. That is why, above anything else, that I'm just not going to use anything else on my family, because I know that that is the case. I've been to the farms and I've seen it, and I know how it works, and I don't trust anything else. It's just what I use. Young Living makes it easy for us to get the products we need through our Essential Rewards program. Now, we have on our team, we've got more than half that are on ER. Now, if you are on ER, it is the grandest thing ever. Now, some people do not understand the fact of what makes ER so great. For one thing, Essential Rewards is a monthly wellness box. It is, I call them porch presents, because it is just so much fun for you to get them in the mail, and it's your monthly thing. Now, you can change the date, you can change what you put in your box, you can get anything. Like, it's not like one size fits all, you know, like everybody gets to choose. You can buy as much as you want. As you'll only have to order $50 worth, but you can order up to whatever you want to order. But you get free stuff. At $100, you get a free oil. At $190, at $250 and $300, and sometimes they'll have a $400. Like, if you spend $400, they'll have a special gift then. Most of the time, it's about equal to what your order is. So, like, say it's $300 worth. Like, say you do an order of $300. a lot of times it'll be $300 worth of free stuff. So you're getting like $600 worth of stuff for $300. Like, it's insane at the free stuff that you get. And it's always amazing things. It's always stuff that you can use in, like, for that season. You know, like last month there was all of the spring things, you know, for the spring. This month we have a lot of things for your wellness to keep your immune system boosted up and ready to keep moving on for the long term. Longevity is one of the oils that is for free this month for the 100 PB order, which I love. Longevity is awesome. So if you're older, I mean, like, I'm 45, so, you know, you're someone in the older range like me, then longevity is great for you to have. That's something that you really kind of need to start using on the regular basis. There are sometimes I'll get messages and people are like, well, I don't really know what to order this month, you know. And I'm like, how can you not? Like, every month I know that I have got, excuse me, I know exactly what is going on my ER. Like, as soon as one round goes out, I'm already setting up my order for the next month. Because, and that's where with the Young Living, I mean with the Essential Rewards, that's where this comes in. So if you have a particular area of your body that you're working on, if you know that your cardiovascular health needs some support, and that's the area you're going to be working on, then you've got this whole list of things right here that works great for that area. You don't need all of those things. You don't have to have all those things every month. But sometimes, like I said earlier, if your body works well with one thing, it may be something different that you need. Like one thing might work great, but this other thing may not work as awesome. So you want to make sure that you're picking the thing that's great for you. So, like, say for example, Omega Gias 3 is really good for your cardiovascular health. Well, you may get that and you may go, but you need to give it at the very least 30 days. And really, you need to give it about 90 days. But if at 30 days you kind of go, well, I can kind of see a difference, but I want to try this other and see if it's better, then you can do that. Don't just go cold turkey and say, oh, well, that didn't work at all. If it's something that you're not feeling completely like it's doing all that it needs to do, then you can change to something else, like Detoxzyme, Master Formula, MindWise, Mega Cow. All of those things are supplements, and they support that area of your body. So you can always go and find another something that needs to go with, that can go for something else. Omega Gias, we love that. That's great for, like, my husband. I specifically try to make sure he keeps it, just because it's he works like a wild man. Like, he works all the time, and I want to make sure, you know, he has a stressful job. He works for a gas company, and it like they work hard and they work long, and so I want to make sure that his heart is up to the task of what he has to do. So I make sure that he has that, even if I don't get to take it or something. Like, I'm gonna make sure he has it before I have it. But it is because of such a stressful job, he needs it more than anything. So think about those things as you're going throughout the month. Make note of how you're feeling as you're using those specific things. Think about what do you what you're really wanting to work on, and kind of make kind of a plan from there. So, like, month 1, you may get the Omega Gias and you're like, okay, this makes me feel really great. I wanted to try Detoxzyme. Detoxzyme is amazing and it's wonderful. It gets the yuck out of your body, all of the toxins and stuff that just builds up over time. It just helps to get those things out. So it helps you go to the bathroom, which is great, and which is good for your heart. Is, you know, that's always an important thing to do. So those may be things that you want to make sure that you get as well. You want to go through that, through each of those. Okay, so let's jump in here and talk just a few minutes about the cardiovascular system and what we can do about it. and what can help it. So let's first talk, what does the heart do? Which we all know that this system circulates the blood around the heart via the heart, the veins, pushes blood around the body via the heart and the veins and the arteries, and this oxygenates the cells in your body, delivers nutrients, and carries away waste products. The heart is the body's hardest working organ, so let's make sure that we do everything we can to take care of it and keep it healthy, because as we know, heart disease is one of those highest things that people die from each year. So we want to make sure that we have a good, healthy heart. So let's talk about diet. What does your diet look like? Is it kind of mediocre? Is it awesome? Do you eat lots of greens, lots of fiber, all of those good things? We don't always do a good job. I really want to. Like, I have these high hopes, and I'll plan and I'll get meals fixed, and then things go awry. But we do try. Sometimes we're just too busy to be able to do things. Y'all, I'm sure everybody can relate. Like, other than the last 6 weeks, most of the time we're so busy we're running around. So we all know how that goes. So it's not good for your heart to not have good, healthy food, which is why it's so important that we do everything to ensure that we have a good, healthy heart and keep our families functioning the way they need to, and not get depleted of any nutrients, or not having our heart to pump out all the toxins the way it needs to. We know that when we use essential oil infused products, it helps our body to absorb the nutrients from the food better. This is one thing, when I first started and I started seeing the supplements, for a long time I didn't use supplements because I was like, I get the same thing off a Walmart shelf. And this was one thing that I realized. I started really looking into it and reading about them, and I realized there's a huge difference. It's not tiny difference, it's humongous. Your average nutrients that when you go to the store and you buy something from Walmart, or whatever supplements you get, when you get those, your body is only going to absorb about 30%, because a lot of them, they're either going to absorb through your water soluble, or they're fat soluble, depending on what you eat and how you eat it and what you do when you're taking those supplements. It may not absorb that much. You're only getting a portion of that vitamin, which means that you're going to have to make up the rest of that through what you're eating every day, which we don't do because, of course, we're so busy and running around and everything. When you use an oil-infused supplement, just like Omega Gi's, it's got vitamin D, omega fatty acid, whatever you call it, omega-3 fatty acids or whatever. It's got that, and turmeric. All of those together with different oils infused into it, like frankincense and copaiba and things like that. When you put the oils into these vitamins, it actually makes your body absorb 80% of all the nutrients, because it's got a good mixture of the water and the oil or the fat that needs to be together to make it all work. So your body actually absorbs a lot more in this process. When I read that and I realized that, I about died. I was like, oh my goodness. And you don't realize, I had taken vitamins forever, never realized what I was doing, what was going on in my body until that time when I read that. And then I realized I started taking the Young Living vitamins and supplements and everything, and started really feeling a difference. I could physically tell the difference. That was huge for me. I am so sorry. My throat is so scratchy. I've had allergies, and it's and then talking a lot too just makes it worse. But all of these things, the cinnamon bark actually helps to support your heart health. So even if you took your vitamin and you took a drop or two of cinnamon bark along with it, that would be huge for your heart. It would be great. So now let's talk about Nixia Red. Now, I touched on Nixia a while ago a little bit. It does help energy. It helps. You're getting all your fruits and vegetables basically in one little shot glass in a day. It supports every system of your body. It gets rid of free radicals that are just floating around in your body, which is something you don't need. Your body's supposed to get rid of those free radicals, but it does not always do that. So the Nixia Red actually helps to dispel all of that and gets rid of all the nasty. It helps to maintain health in general, stamina, and cognitive wellness. Now, one thing I like to do is to take my Nixia Red and put a drop or two of other oils in it. So like you could put the cinnamon bark or whatever other oils you wanted to in there and give it an extra boost. And that is going to help you all the way around. I know it sounds really funny with the name Nixia, but it came from a province in China called Nixia, and that's where they grow it, and that's where it's the best place for this plant to grow, and it gets the most nutrients. It's highly packed full of protein, so you're getting, like, I can drink that like my little shot for breakfast and don't even care if I have anything else to go with breakfast. Like, that's all I want. I'm perfectly happy with that because it feels good and it gives me energy, and I feel even better taking that than I do like trying to eat anything. Like, it's amazing. So like, instead of your energy drink in the morning or you're going to Starbucks, take your shot of Nixia. It's going to be well worth it, I promise. Calcium is responsible for functions in the body that regulate normal blood pressure. So it's very important to get your calcium. So that's why one of the supplements that they suggest for your heart health is the Mega Cal, which is a calcium supplement. It's there's solid evidence that indicates that calcium is necessary for proper health. Nixia Red is also high in vitamin E and protein. Wolfberries that has 21 trace minerals, which is crazy, which is important for all the body systems everywhere and helps them to properly function correctly. Nixia Red also has vitamin B1, B2, and B6, and like it has all the B vitamins. When you add the Nixia Nitro, which is a little shot, it's got all the blue. Oh my goodness! I had something pop up and it said blue on it, so I'm like, blue. So that like threw me off. All the B vitamins are in it, and so like you really get a good burst of energy when you drink that, but it doesn't give you the jitteries like drinking one of those crazy drinks. It just gives you good energy. It helps you to feel good. Nixia contains a patent grapeseed extract that contains polyphenolic compounds that may help support healthy heart and healthy body systems. Okay, so let's talk a tiny bit really quickly about the 4-month wellness plan. We want to make sure that you understand that it's highly important. If you go through a system for 4 months and you get into this habit, you're going to see and feel a huge difference. Your body is going to be able to make a difference in itself. It's really hard to get into the habit of things like that. But when it comes to your health, it's highly important, especially your heart. You want to make sure that you're keeping your heart healthy. We discussed Nixia Red, which is, to me, Nixia Red, if you don't do anything else, if you wonder what is the best thing, where would you start kind of thing, Nixia Red is it. Like, if you don't do anything else and you never use another oil the day of your life, Nixia Red is like by far something that I suggest you do no matter what. Like, I don't care how much of anything else you use. I mean, Nixia is a game changer. If you're pregnant, you need it. It is great for the brain, great for the baby. My youngest, I was pregnant with her, like, she's 5, and so I was pregnant with her like right after we started Young Living. I got pregnant with her, and Nixia was what I drank every day. Like, I was sick, like dog sick, and I couldn't eat anything, didn't feel like it, so I drank Nixia. The child is so smart. Like, she's totally different than anybody else. She came out totally different than anybody else. So alert. So amazing. Like, I cannot tell you how amazing that child is. And I really contribute a lot of that to Nisha Red. She's always been very healthy. I have not had to worry about her getting sick really easily or anything. It has been the best thing that we have ever done. The other thing that is highly important is mind-wise. Now, it is for your mind and for helping develop the muscles in your mind and cognitive thinking and things like that. But it's also known to cross the blood-brain barrier, which is highly important when you're talking about the blood in your body. Your heart is pumping the blood, so you want to make sure that what is coming in is going through all your veins and through everything the way it needs to. That is going to help boost all the systems that way and have much better cognitive support. CoQ10, which is in the omega G's, which is what we were talking about a while ago, it's found in every cell of the body and is necessary for the basic functioning of cells and has been studied for supporting healthy brain function. CoQ10 supplementation has also been documented to show sustained cholesterol level, to help to sustain cholesterol levels, circulatory function, and normal overall heart and cardiovascular health. So that's really huge. You want to make sure that you are really keeping your heart as healthy as possible. Another supplement that is great to complement along with your Nisha Red is, of course, the omega G's that I was talking about. It has the vitamin D3, the CoQ10, and is rich with DHA, fish oil, and essential oils. It has other essential oils down in it as well to help support normal brain, heart, eye, and joint health all the way around. Longevity soft gels. Now, there is a longevity oil, and then there's a longevity soft gels. Both are great. It just depends. Like, if you're not a big pill taker, then you could use the oil if you want to. One great thing about the soft gels is that you've got a mixture of coconut oil with thyme, clove, frankincense, and orange, and we supplement to strengthen the body's systems. Like, all of those work together to be able to function to help calm the effects of aging, helps with your diet, like the effects of your food in your body and your environment. So it's going to help your body not age quite so quickly, which is huge. While supplementation and vitality offers targeted system support, the complementary products are a great addition to your 4-month plan. One of such essential oil blends that you may enjoy for a calm and distressing effect is the Aroma Life. I love Aroma Life. I'm so sorry. It's very relaxing, and it just makes your body feel good. And especially like after you've gotten off of work and you've had a really stressful day and you just want to do nothing, you can put it in the diffuser when you get home. A lot of times I will get the diffuser ready for my husband because I know he's tired and he's exhausted and he just needs to chill. So I go ahead and have the diffusers ready so that way when he comes in, by the time he's in for 10 seconds, it's already hitting his limbic part of his brain. Like, I'm not kidding y'all. He can be on the phone with me, aggravated about something that happened at work, and he's just like, la 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 la, talking hard about it. And then walk in the door and still, like, you can see the tenseness on his face when he walks in. And by the time he's unloaded his pockets and he's starting to pull his shirt off, you can see the stress just begin to relax and go out of his body. It's amazing. So do not tell me that the oils do not work. Do not tell me that you cannot feel the difference. Do not tell me that it's crazy. Which oil, which whatever. I don't care. It works because I have a man that can attest every day because he is stressed and he's exhausted, and then he can walk in this house and be just relaxed. And it's like, I mean, he even says it's like his haven when he comes home. I want him to feel like this is his place of safety. Like, I know he's a grown man and he can take care of himself and he does not necessarily need me because he could go and do what he needs to do. But when he comes home, I want him to know that I'm doing whatever I can to help him to feel better when he walks in that door. And if that means putting a couple of drops of oil into a diffuser and making his stress level drop by 50 points, then so be it. That's what we're going to do. So I'm just telling you, if you're not utilizing your diffuser, or you do not have a diffuser, let's get you one. I mean, like, you need it, you need to diffuse, and you need to make sure that you have everything available to make life much easier for you, because that is all there is to it. We know how much this has meant to our family. Like, I could give you story after story after story, all of the things that have been huge for us over the past 6 years. Things that, like, my oldest having some neurological issues, and her being able to come off a medication that we never ever ever would have thought she would come off of. All the kids, I mean, like, our immune systems were like nothing at all. Like, it was absolutely horrible. They were sick all the time. But now we very rarely go to the doctor. And I contribute it all to having a good, healthy immune system, because of the fact we're not putting a bunch of junk in our bodies anymore. We're not throwing it full of all the crap from everything that's around us. I mean, we're able to put good stuff into our bodies that's not got chemicals in it and that's not gross. We're able to put good stuff into our bodies. One other thing, really quick, Ylang Ylang is another perfect complementary product to go along with your heart health. Ylang Ylang is like, oh my goodness, it's one of those that you will veg out. You can put that in the diffuser and you will watch everybody, like, totally calm down. Kids going wild, people going crazy. Like, you can calm down in just a second. I absolutely love Ylang Ylang. So it's a great one if you want something to kind of start off with that's easy, that's not overly complicated, or you don't do pills real well or something. Ylang Ylang is really, really good. Rub it over your heart, put it in the diffuser. Great way to use those. The products that we've covered are great to jumpstart you into your heart health and get you moving. Now, I'm going to, I've got a whole list of things that are great. If you want a list, let me know, and I will send you a list of all of the things that are really great for your heart and help you set up a 4-month plan. If you are not part of Young Living, let me know that as well, and I will send you a link that you can learn more about Young Living, and then be able to get what you need at the best possible price, because there are different ways to buy things that you need to make the most bang for your buck. You don't want to end up with something that is too much. You want to get the best possible price ever. And I can send you that link as well and help you get started in that way. But either way, no matter what you do, you need it, and you need to make sure that you've got the best. And Young Living is amazing. There are other companies out there that are good, but they don't have near the amount of oil and the amount of the products that we have, and still keeping with the seed to still guarantee. Like, there's just very few out there that can say that they have the same completeness that Young Living has. So I hope this has been helpful, and I hope this helps you to understand a little bit more of how Young Living works, how the supplements work, and what is good for your cardiovascular health. So I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon, and I hope y'all have an amazing evening.